Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of parent functions. This is standard A.7C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 39 for the 2025 released STAAR test. This is a new item type called inline choice, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. All right, so we've got a 2-point problem here, and if we select one and try to move on, it will give us that error message. We need to have an answer selected for both of these. And we've got a quadratic function, f of x equals x squared. So this is what we call a parent function. What is just the standard function going to be? All right, so this is going to be f of x equals x squared. That's your most basic quadratic function. It's transformed to create, we've got a g of x. Okay, so we've got a g of x equals, and then I've got my f x minus 6, and outside of that, a plus 2. Well, what are we going to do with that? Well, let's take a look at what we know about transformations. Okay, so let's look at it like this, g of x, and I'm going to put some variables out here. Typically, we're going to see the a on the outside, and we've got x minus 8, and then plus k. So it's these three things that we need to look at, a, h, and k. And we actually don't have an a in this particular situation. There's nothing right there in that position outside the f of x, but this would be a stretch or a compression vertically, right? We're either going to stretch it, we're going to compress it. We can also flip it. We can reflect it if it's negative, if that a is a negative. And so this is just going to help us either stretch or compress it vertically. If we wanted to do anything with it horizontally, we would have something right there, but we don't typically see much right there, but we would have it right in front of that X right there. That'd be your horizontal. This right here is your vertical, much more common. What we have here is an H and a K. We see this 6 sitting in this H position. We see the K having the 2 in that position. So what does that mean? Well, when you are in that H position, you are inside the parentheses. That means you are translating left and right. You are translating horizontal. But they're translations, they're not necessarily a stretch or a compression. So let's put that there so we make sure we know that we're simply shifting the axis or the axis of symmetry, the vertex, everything, all of it gets shifted. And in this case, we're going to shift it. This 6 is a positive 6, so it's a minus h. So in order to get a minus h, we're going to get a minus 6. So that 6 means we're going to shift it 6 to the right. So we're going to shift our vertex to right about there, if we were to kind of draw that right there. And then we've got this k, so that's a vertical translation. And if it's positive, it's moving up. If it's negative, it's moving down, and it is moving to up. So we would do it like right here, right? So then I would think that our g of x right here is going to look something like this. So it shifted 6 to the right. Now it's 6 to the right because even though it looks like it's minus 6, the default is a minus 8. And so if you were to get like an x plus 6, like f of x plus 6, that would be actually an x minus negative 6 in order to get that positive, and then that would go to the left. So when you see a minus 6 right here, well, that minus is outside of it, and the 6 is just a positive 6 sitting in the h position, so it's actually moving to the right. So we are moving 6 units to the right, and we are moving 2 units up, and then we would get this. You can also graph it. We can pull out your Desmos calculator. You can graph both just to verify. Let's go ahead and get our answers here. So 6 units to the right, and then 2 units up, and that is how you get full credit, 2 points on this problem, right and up.